Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, someone broke into a liquor store, drank all their alcohol, and passed out on the floor, and it was so adorable.
Also, is this collab just a collab, or is it a proof of concept?
All that and more on the way next. I was getting so frustrated with YouTube today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I don't know if you saw this, but YouTube has put out their own version of Spotify Wrapped.
I did see this. I haven't looked at mine yet, but I got the little pop-up when I went into my YouTube app this morning.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
So I was getting frustrated, 8772 Radio U, because I don't got it.
You don't have it?
I don't get a recap.
You have checked on your phone and everything?
I checked on my phone.
Did you check on your computer?
No, I didn't check the computer. I'm logged into a different account on this computer.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to get, YouTube started yesterday putting out the YouTube recap, and they have like a whole press release about it. And I've seen other people posting, and there's like news stories, and it's like, open up your phone, and it should either come up on the home page when you first open it up, or if you go to the U page, it should be on there. And I did both. I got nothing. I don't got that. I don't got that.
Yeah, it says your 2025 recap is here. I didn't get it on the home page, but I got it on the U page just above the history of like what I've recently watched.
Yeah.
And so I haven't looked at it yet. But yeah, that's weird that not everyone, it seems like that's a complaint, is not everyone has gotten this prompt yet.
It seems like, I guess, hopefully, that it's rolling out gradually to different people at different times, which kind of feels like it takes away from the fun a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like Spotify Wrapped, everybody gets it all at once.
And everyone shares what they get on the same day, so it's literally like Spotify Wrapped Day.
Right, which should be coming up here pretty soon.
I'm so excited for that.
But YouTube Recap, well, I mean, I feel really left out right now.
I know.
By the time I get mine, the moment will have passed.
News.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair, YouTube.
Yeah, I really feel like they're not treating me right. But also, Spotify Wrapped, I'm very like confident and I feel good about what's going to be on there.
Yeah.
You know, I will defend myself.
Sure.
For whatever shows up on my Spotify Wrapped. My YouTube, I didn't know they were doing this. I don't know what's going to be on there.
Yeah, I have no clue what's showing up on my YouTube. I know it's going to be a lot of sports stuff because that's probably the majority of what I watch on YouTube, just like different podcasts that I will put on or, different highlights and things like that. So I know that's going to be the majority of what it'll show me.
I don't know, like, because I haven't got mine yet. I don't know exactly how they do it. Because, like, if we're talking about, like, time spent watching stuff, like, I fall asleep to YouTube sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that could really throw things off pretty wildly, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, too. I have a bad habit of watching podcasts. I don't actually watch them. I listen to them, but I have them on YouTube. I don't go to Spotify and listen to them all the time unless I'm in the car.
Yeah.
And so my screen time is always super high when I do that. Because my phone thinks I'm watching a YouTube video when really I'm just listening to it.
But you're going to be a YouTube power user. Do you pay? Do you pay for YouTube?
I don't. That's the one that I keep thinking I'm like trying to convince myself to pay it so I can get rid of the ads.
You put podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where they add extra ads
Sometimes.
that you're not paying for. When you could listen to on so many different apps and they wouldn't do that.
I
and
do.
You could have the screen turned off.
Right. I do listen on Spotify every once in a while, but there's something about this habit that I have where I just turn it on.
How do you
YouTube.
listen to podcasts on different apps depending on the time?
Well, it won't be usually the same episode. It'll be like, okay, this episode I happen to listen to it on Spotify, and this episode I happen to listen on YouTube.
That sounds like chaos to me. How do you do that?
Not for me. I'm subscribed to both on both sides.
But what if you have to stop one partway through and pick it back up?
Well, like there's one podcast that I really like called Cover 3, which is a football podcast. They go live for their podcast. So if you want to listen to it live, you have to watch it on YouTube.
Got it.
So, and it's usually live during my lunch break, which is perfect.
I hate how when you're watching live, they still throw ads in there.
I know, but
and then it's like, what am I missing?
They don't throw as many, I've noticed. So when I go back and have to rewatch the live after it's already been live, then there's more ads.
Yeah. All right.
YouTube, crazy, man.
If you get Radio U Mornings on your YouTube recap, we would love to see that.
Yes.
And if you don't, you should subscribe. Radio U Mornings on YouTube. Now, remember we covered recently how the TSA is going to start charging you. You could fly without a real ID or a passport, but they're going to charge you.
Yeah, they're going to charge you like $18,
it was
right?
$18. I think that started right after Thanksgiving or before.
It was right before Thanksgiving that they announced it, just to let people know, like, hey, the government can't keep incurring like these costs to run your stuff.
Yeah.
So you need to pay it, and it'll last for 10 days.
And that was, $18, every 10 days, you would have to do that. Well, the price has gone up.
Oh, no.
I mean, how long did that last? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, if even.
Before they decided.
They were like, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving, one of the biggest travel seasons of the year. We did not actually do the math right on this.
Yeah, so now it's been announced that starting on February 1st, so this is very clear, February 1st of the new year is when this will take place.
Okay.
You're going to have to pay $45.
Whoa, that's a pretty big increase.
That is. That's,
almost
more
double.
than twice.
Yeah.
More than double the cost, doubling on you. And keep in mind, this is still probably something that's going to take you longer to get through.
Right.
Than if you just had your real ID. And to me, when you're talking $45 every time you want to fly, basically, or at least once per round trip, because most people probably aren't traveling for more than 10 days at a time, you don't have to take that many trips before you might as well have just gotten a passport.
Might as well just have gotten a passport.
Passports are like, what, $200 or something like that?
Something like that.
A passport card is probably cheaper than that.
I haven't gotten a new passport in a while because when you get them as an adult, they last for 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's really worth it, in my opinion. But the real ID, I don't think it's going to be that much to get the real ID, right? Because it's just like renewing your driver's license pretty much, other than you have to bring more information.
Yeah, you have to bring more, but
the cost is the same.
Yeah. So really, what kind of principle are you standing on at this point?
You're just giving yourselves more headaches.
You're just giving the government more money too.
Right.
and under what pretenses? Why is it going up in price when they just said $18 like a month ago? I
don't know, but again, my theory is that they just had the biggest traveling weekend of the year, one of the biggest, and they probably realized actually this isn't enough to cover the amount of things checks you have to go through to be verified before you can travel.
They do say that, according to the TSA, 94% of travelers already have a real ID or other acceptable documents.
Okay.
Which basically means a real ID or passport. So we're talking about 6% of people. You can't just let it slide for 6% of people. They're going to get the real ID eventually, right?
I think if you let it slide, it's more unlikely that they would get it because people aren't going to see a need. But if you're charging people and also charging people in time, because time is money, then I think they're more convinced that they need to get it, which might be the sneaky reason why the price is going up, because they're like, okay, people are accepting that they have to pay $18.
Yeah.
We don't want them to accept
$18
this.
was not that outrageous.
No,
to me,
it wasn't. Especially if you travel maybe once a year,
right?
So, I get why people were like accepting that they would just have to pay that one time and then they're good. But I think the government is probably like, nope, we want you to actually get a real ID.
Yeah, but it's so crazy because like this. If you just look at the timeline of the real ID, this is like a 25-year process.
I know.
And so the people that are like, it's just a money grab, it's like, no, because if it was, it wouldn't have taken 25 years for it to actually be enacted.
It's been pushed off for so long.
I feel like it actually cost them money.
Right. It finally happened.
Which means it cost us money.
Right, exactly, because they don't actually make any money. But it finally happened. All I can say is I just went and watched Wicked for Good, and they have this whole like thing about permit travel.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that.
We got our wish. Remember how we wanted a Knives Out Muppets crossover?
Yeah.
And Ryan Johnson said...
It's happening?
Right. No, kind of. We got a Knives Out Sesame Street crossover.
Okay, I don't hate it.
Shout out to John for sending this to me on Twitter last night. There is a Sesame Street sketch, I guess you would say. 5 minutes long, featuring Beignet Blanc.
Beignet Blanc.
Yeah, which is the Sesame Street version of Benoit Blanc.
Nice.
It is Daniel Craig, right?
I think so. I couldn't really tell. I mean,
if it's not, then whoever it was
did
doing
a good job. Yeah.
But it's a Muppet, a puppet version,
of
not
him.
Actually Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. But
which is kind of funny because I do feel like Sesame Street has real people on it all the time.
Yeah, they definitely do.
So they could have very easily done Daniel Craig and not have to make a special,
and when
puppet for
when
him.
I picture a Knives Out Muppets crossover, I do picture it's the Muppets, but then it's real life Benoit Blanc.
100%, because all the Muppet movies have that.
Yeah.
Like Michael Caine in A Christmas Carol.
Right. In the original Muppets movie, it's Steve Martin is in it, right? So like as a real person, so and many other people. So that's what I picture. But in the Sesame Street version, Benoit Blanc is Beignet Blanc. He's a Muppet, and he helps solve the mystery of the missing pie.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster's missing pie.
Missing pie.
Yeah.
My favorite part, because I have seen this. I know I was acting all shocked before, but I have seen this because you sent this to me this morning, and I watched it, and I was laughing at the part when he's kind of like doing the classic Beignet Blanc thing, which is like to go around and start accusing people and like laying out some reasons. And he does that at the very beginning with Cookie Monster. And Cookie Monster's like, what, me?
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait, are we not doing that all gaspy thing? Like he like
it
breaks
cuts
the
to
fourth
other
wall.
people that are gasping, and then the Cookie Monster can never seem to get the gasping right.
Right,
Does
yeah.
he gasp? Does he not gasp?
He's not sure.
And then I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
So I was going to say another one of my favorite lines, but I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, we can't spoil it for you. Like we said, it's only 5 minutes long, but it's a fun watch. And to me, this is proof of concept.
Yeah, it works.
If this works, which I think it does, then why not the Muppets crossover?
I know.
Why not?
Ryan Johnson, take note.
Yeah.
As if he wasn't involved in this in some way in the first place. He had to sign off.
He definitely had to do this.
His name is mentioned in it.
Right.
So I think this is, maybe he was just misleading us, or maybe the problem with, and this would be the sad truth, the problem with the Knives Out Muppets crossover is what? Disney owns the Muppets. Knives Out is a Netflix thing, but Sesame Street is a Netflix thing. So that's why they could do this. And the Muppets Knives Out thing may never happen just because of, rights.
Dang it.
I know.
The right strike again.
But this definitely served as an appetizer to me.
Yes.
This is what it was like. It was like mozzarella sticks.
But an appetizer that we'll never get the entree for.
Yeah. Unless we just keep being annoying about it.
We can't shut up. We got to be the squeaky wheel.
If we just never stop, eventually they might give in.
Yeah.
Or they might think there's so much money in it that they can't help.
That's what we really need to tell them.
Yeah. The penultimate college football playoff rankings were released last night, and it spells doom and gloom for a few programs. 8772 Radio U. I would say the top program that's in trouble is Texas.
Yeah,
because they wound up moving up quite a bit to number 13, but they're based off of what's ahead of them and they don't have another game. They are virtually like there's just no scenario where they can make it in.
Same thing with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt wins against Tennessee, does not move an inch. That's a real slap in the face for them. And I think a slap in the face, too, to Diego Pavia's Heisman hopeful chances. I feel like if they would have moved him up a little bit more, that would have made that performance from him a little more dramatic. But now it's like, it didn't even get you anything.
Yeah.
And so, there's a few teams that I feel like are on the outs. Miami's one of them. The ACC really is down bad. It's basically they're saying Virginia or nothing. Because now, I don't know if you saw this at the bottom of the rankings, James Madison is ranked, which means
James Madison is, Duke is not.
If Duke wins by some miracle the ACC championship, we're getting 2 group of 5 teams in. North Texas, if they win against, I think they're playing Troy?
Yeah.
In their championship game?
You know what? I don't keep track of a lot of James Madison
James
football.
Madison's playing Troy. North Texas playing Tulane.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm getting the conferences mixed up because it's Sun Belt and what is it, American or U.S.? Yeah.
The AAC.
Yeah. And so I think that is a scenario that has a possibility. I was really thinking the committee was going to fade James Madison to the end of the season. They were not going to rank him, but they finally did.
Well, Duke winning against Virginia, I know they lost to them very recently, but they're only 2.5 point underdogs. It's not even it's not even something out of the question. And then what happens if James Madison somehow loses? Does the Mountain West champion get in, or what do we do?
I don't know.
But we should focus, though, on Miami because it just seems kind of baffling that they would be left out. It's not impossible for them to get in.
Yeah.
Because I could see if BYU and Alabama both lose their conference championship games, they're both ranked ahead of Miami. And so maybe to try to save face, the committee would move Miami up and shoo Alabama and BYU out.
I think Alabama moving above Notre Dame is pretty much the committee going ahead and pre-protecting them from them falling out. Even if they do lose in the SEC championship game, I think they would maybe drop one spot to that 10.
Also, I don't think that's like, I don't know. I guess it's 2 games, and either, they're both competitive games. Alabama versus Georgia, BYU versus Texas. Anything could happen. But it seems unlikely that Miami's going to get in now.
Very unlikely.
Which feels baffling.
It does. It's sad. I think if the committee has to, at the end of the day, compare Notre Dame and Miami for that final spot, they will give Miami the nod. But as of right now, Miami, if you're comparing yourself to Alabama or someone else, BYU, I don't know. I don't think they're getting the win.
The committee has already made the choice that they don't want to. That Notre Dame is getting the nod over Miami because they keep putting them higher every single week.
And this is why we knew this penultimate rankings would be so revealing, because we knew what's going to happen with these rankings is it is going to set up the committee to have excuses to leave certain teams out. And so this is the committee already telling us that they've kind of decided where they think teams are going to be.
100%. And so last year they really didn't change the rankings after the conference championship games.
Right, because they have made it clear they do not want the conference championship games to be a punishment to the losing team, because it's an extra game that no one else has to play.
Which kind of makes you think, like, why are they even playing them?
I mean,
it's kind of pointless.
I understand that question, but you're not going to tell the Big Ten and the SEC to not play these games. They make a lot of money playing these games with TV rights and also people buying tickets still for them. And so you're not going to tell Georgia, hey, you lose a bye or, you lose a home game because you lost to Alabama in the SEC conference, in the championship game. They're not going to tell them that. They're not going to do it.
I think it's ridiculous that Miami's getting left out versus Notre Dame and versus some of the other teams. Like, I just think
I think if they have to compare them to Notre Dame, they're not going to let that happen, though.
But I'm a solutions-oriented guy. I think this is what we need to do. I don't know why everybody's missing this.
What?
All of this could be avoided if we didn't have a ranking show every week. College basketball tournament is largely not controversial. One, because so many teams get in anyways.
Yeah.
And if you're a barely over 500 ACC team in college basketball and you don't make it in the tournament, nobody's going to really cry them any tears for you.
Yeah.
In football, it's still exclusive enough. But if you just didn't have, if they came together and only did the rankings next week, Miami would be in.
Yeah.
They put themselves in a problem where it's like they can't move up Miami for no reason, basically.
Yep.
And they can't move Notre Dame down, certainly, for not losing. And so I think this is the problem. This is what has caused the problem.
Yeah.
That we need to have a ranking show every week
that
sets them up to have to contradict themselves if they want to change things.
This is the problem with making a sport a TV show. That's the problem with it. But also, the solution, it may be to get rid of a ranking show every week, but it also could be a play-in tournament.
Sure.
Let these teams decide it on the field. Why are we letting a 12-person committee decide this?
You could argue they did decide it on the field, and the committee's completely ignoring that.
Right.
You ever watch shows? Like, shows have a lot of stuff going on. You're watching TV, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking like drama show. Stranger Things, fine example.
Okay.
I watch these shows, and I think, how do these people sleep?
Seriously, that's a good question.
Shows, action movies. I watch like John Wick. I'm like, how does this person sleep? You know what I mean? And I mean from a standpoint of, one, where do they find the time?
Yep.
Because literally we're seeing like events for like a week straight where it's like always something is happening. There's no way you had a chance to sneak a nap in.
Yeah.
And then 2, though, like in Stranger Things, there's so much stress.
Yes.
Right? Going on.
Right.
That maybe I can understand at some point you just get so stressed, because this happens to me. I guess I get so stressed that I'm exhausted and I fall asleep.
Okay.
But at the same time, when you've got so much going on in your life, you're like, how could you sleep when you have all this that you have to think about?
Right. Well, I think we've all experienced that when we're super stressed out about something. We're just laying in our bed wide awake, thinking about that. Our brain won't shut off because it's just focusing on all of these things that we're stressed out about, which is why...
That are so much less concerning than Demogorgons.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's why stress is like a big killer, because it saps a lot of your energy. It makes it so you can't sleep peacefully and all of those things. So yeah, I think that's a valid question. How do these people sleep?
Yeah, I mean, TV shows are fake. Real life is real life, but you pointed out how it's not like that's something that only happens in TV.
Right.
In real life, we have things that are much more real, but also much more insignificant or act like literally less scary, because they're not actually going to themselves kill you or end your life.
Right, it's not a horror movie.
It's just a relationship or a bill or something that you like can't sleep over.
Right.
How do we sleep? Where do we find the peace? And I'm letting you know that Jesus is there. Literally, when you are so stressed that you feel like you can't sleep, you can't get a wink of sleep, you're lying awake in bed, tossing and turning, thinking about whatever it is you're worried about, God wants to give you peace.
Yeah.
He wants you to know that you are taken care of, that you are going to be okay, even if it feels like you have this huge daunting thing in your life hanging over you. God is there and he wants to give you peace.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the names for Jesus is like Prince of Peace. Think of that.
Yeah.
Somebody is the Prince of Peace. Like, peace is their thing. That's what they're known for. That's Jesus, and he definitely wants you to experience peace.
So when you're going through those sleepless nights, or when you just feel like there's so much, like sometimes to me, what happens is I get so stressed my back hurts.
Ooh, that's not good.
Which sounds like an old person thing, but it's just like I can just feel it's like I'm tightening it up. And when I get that way, I just have to be like, Jesus, I need help with this right now. Because I feel like I'm physically carrying all of this.
Yep.
And it's just hand it off.
Yes.
Hand it off to Jesus. Test it out. Say, Jesus, take some of this from me because it's stressing me out. I can't sleep. I can't walk. I need your help. And he will do it. If you want to know more, RadioU.com/free gift. Disney doesn't want you looking at your phone. 8772 Radio U. And they have an interesting plan to try to mitigate that when you go to Disney World or Disneyland.
Okay, so at the parks, they don't want you on your phone. Okay.
They do not want you on your phone. And
I mean, who's on their phone when they're at Disney?
Who's not on their phone? You're always on your phone. Everybody's always on their phone.
If I'm at a park, I mean, maybe in line, but I would think I'd just be talking with, because, you know, at an amusement park, you're usually with friends or family. I think I'd just be talking with them. I usually don't carry my phone with me because I'm worried about it falling. Because, you know,
where do you leave it? You put it in a locker?
Yeah. Or I just leave it in the car or something. But, you know, when...
what if there's an emergency?
Well, somebody usually has a phone, and it's not me because I like to ride roller coasters. Have you ever gone on those rides where they have the big case of all the broken phones?
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's usually, I think Cedar Point and Kings Island have it. And when you're in line, there's this huge case, and it'll be all of the broken phones from people that rode this roller coaster or ride with their phone in their pocket, and then inevitably it fell out. And they're just reminding you, like, hey, maybe don't ride this ride with the phone.
Yeah, well, they always have those little boxes you can put all your stuff.
Yeah, I've used those before. I'm just a little nervous about putting stuff in there.
I'm always wearing a hat, so half the time I put the hat in there.
If I wear a hat, I just put it around my wrist with the little band.
If I have a phone, which I do, I just keep it in my pocket. My pockets are not loose, so it's not going anywhere. But the point is, most people are taking their phone with them everywhere they go.
I mean, yeah, if you're a parent, you're going to need to have a phone with you.
Yeah, and when you have your phone, you're going to look at it. But at Disney World, particularly, what they are saying is that takes away from the magic.
Yeah,
Every
absolutely.
second you're looking at your phone, you're not looking at all the amazing... I mean, they do. They every single thing at Disney is engineered to be magical.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort.
The lampposts.
Right.
The hedges.
Yeah, I was going to say the lawn and the all of the flowers. It's
the
gorgeous.
Mulch is supposed to be, it has hidden Mickeys in it.
Right, I was going to say it's all decorated.
If you're looking at your phone, you're taking away, you're removing yourself from this magical world. Disney doesn't want that. They want to improve your experience.
How are they going to improve it?
They're not going to get you to give up your phone.
Okay.
Nobody does that. So their idea is they are working on experiences that would have you wearing Meta glasses the entire time. Then you don't have to look at your phone. Important information could be connected to those glasses, but also it's augmented reality. There's new things they can add by using that technology to make your experience even more magical.
I think I'm out on that. I'm not a big fan of VR and like AR, so augmented reality, and like wearing the goggles out in person in public. I know people have been trying to convince us that that's going to be the new reality, the new normal. Everybody's walking around with these big Google goggles on. But I just think they look a little ridiculous. The Meta ones are not as noticeable, but I'm not in on these things.
I don't think that they are made for everyday use.
Certainly not.
I don't think that if I see somebody out wearing the Meta Ray-Bans, I do think less of them, and I wish they would take them off, and I'm concerned. But 3D glasses aren't meant for everyday use, but when you go to a 3D movie or a 3D thing at Disney,
yes, that's the one exception.
They look ridiculous, but you put them on because it's part of the experience.
Yeah.
I think this is a case where putting on these Meta glasses actually could make sense.
If it's for a ride, an attraction, I do not want to wear them throughout the entire park.
I think it could add so much.
I think
so much wonder.
I think I agree with you that there already is a lot of wonder and beautifulness that we're ignoring if we're looking at our phones the whole time where we're at a Disney park. I don't think we need to add Meta Ray-Bans to that equation. Because also, what are you going to do? You're going to rent them from Disney? Which means you're going to pay even more money to go to the park? Like,
yeah, who has that?
No, thank you.
Who has that? But that's definitely what's going to happen.
I can't even afford to get there just on the ticket price alone. So I'm not adding Meta Ray-Bans to it, which is going to be like, what, $100 a day?
Probably. Disney World Meta glasses. Are you in or out? Let us know. 877-2RadioU. Breaking into a liquor store, binge drinking a bunch of alcohol, and passing out on the bathroom floor is no way to go through life. Raccoon.
Oh, no. Raccoon.
772-RadioU. There's pictures of this and everything. And since it's a raccoon and not a person, it's kind of adorable. Somebody in Ashland, Virginia, or some raccoon in Ashland, Virginia, managed to break into a ABC store. That's what they call them that's what they call liquor stores in Virginia.
They call them ABC?
Yeah.
As if it's the basics?
I think, yeah, that's what it is. I believe that's like alcohol board of control or something like that.
I was like, isn't that a little confusing?
Yeah.
Like ABC as in alphabet, as in children?
Yeah, no, that's definitely, it stands for something.
Okay, so it's an acronym.
It is an acronym,
okay.
Yeah. But a raccoon got in and broke many bottles that were left strewn all over the floor of different kinds of alcohol. Then it did wind up drinking because, like, we've covered this before. I think we covered before drunk raccoons. It was in Tennessee,
wasn't there a raccoon
right?
that like almost died?
Yeah, because they were in the dumpster that had all the
wine,
the waste wine or whatever it was, the wasted moonshine,
and
whatever it was.
Do CPR on it.
Yeah,
poor guy. That was like a baby raccoon, though.
Raccoons have a taste for liquor, apparently, and this one in particular had a little more than his fill, and eventually wound up passed out, belly down, just like spread eagle on the bathroom floor.
Poor guy.
Right next to the toilet. He was trying. He was like, I'm not feeling so good.
Apparently this guy didn't need CPR though, because it said that the raccoon was able to survive without injury and release back into the wild without incident. No problem. He seemed fine. So that's good.
Yeah.
He didn't die.
He did not die. Resilient they are, these raccoons.
Yes. I didn't think a little raccoon. He must not have had too much, enough to knock him out, but not enough to like give him alcohol poisoning or something like that.
I guess it would work the same way as you're a person, right? Like people pass out drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Without dying.
But you would think a raccoon, the tolerance, they have a tiny body.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be much.
Well, what we've seen is apparently it's their tolerance is better than you might think.
It depended on how much they had. If they had like one swig of vodka and passed out, that might be, they're a lightweight.
Yeah.
This raccoon's a lightweight.
Not this one though. This one survived. He's not just a trash panda. He was a trashed panda. But he's back out with a story to tell.
Thank goodness.
I don't know how will the other raccoons see him now. How will he be? Is he going to be a pariah in town?
All I can imagine is this raccoon, for whatever reason, this is such a stereotype, having like an Irish accent in my head.
Is that because of the drunk part?
Because of the alcohol?
Not because of the raccoon. I was like, do raccoons, are they Irish?
No. I don't think Ireland has raccoons.
I don't know.
That's all I can hear in my head right now. This is an Irish raccoon.
God forbid a raccoon did get loose in Ireland. Imagine the damage it would do.
Man, there's a lot of alcohol to work with.
Yeah, that's right. And they'd be fighting people for it. Pretty privilege is real. And it's getting worse.
Oh, okay.
8772 Radio U. Apparently, it's actually becoming more and more. I guess some might say this is worse. Some might say it's better. It just depends if you're attractive or not.
I guess, yeah, it depends on which side of the equation you find yourself on.
Apparently, the more attractive you are, the more likely you are to earn more money and advance further in your career than for those people that are not considered as attractive.
Okay. Not surprising. I feel like we've known this for a while.
Yeah, there's numbers to back it up. For example, one study has found that if you have a master's and you're attractive, you earn 2.4% more than people who are considered unattractive with the same exact, history, the same exact degree.
Okay.
So that's a 2.4% over a lifetime. That adds up.
That's a decent amount.
What is compounding this, though, is the factors of the different ways that you can make yourself attractive. It used to be like, you were attractive or you weren't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, there's Botox injections. Now people are probably less likely to choose, but still many do, to get some kind of cosmetic surgery.
You'd be surprised. It's pretty likely.
Even more prevalent than any of that, of course, is Ozempic, is these weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
And so all this is, there's a incentive, a real reason for people to feel the need to be more attractive and ways for them to go about it.
Yeah.
And so that puts the unattractive that
that don't
want to do those things at even more of a disadvantage.
Yeah. I mean, okay. It's tough because I get it. I think we've known these stats for a while, but I personally think that everybody is like, if you want to use the word pretty or if you want to use the word beautiful, whatever, handsome, I don't know, in their own way and in lots of different ways. And so for me, outward appearance is not really something that I look super heavily at. I notice when somebody's super attractive. I'm going to take note of that. It's not like I'm going to ignore it. I'm not blind, but I also don't base someone's value off of that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that it should be fair to mention is that we have the stats here that say if you're more attractive, you're considered more attractive, you're more likely to earn money, more likely to get promotions, whatever.
Yeah.
And that might seem unfair, but if we completely canceled out attractiveness and then chose another factor, if you're more considered a funny person, you might earn more. And so should the people not try to be funny, or should we not have advantages for people that are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. So, I think it's okay for people to be pretty. It's okay for people to be beautiful, and it's also okay to strive to want those things. I personally wouldn't choose to go about some ways that some people do. When it comes to like cosmetic surgery or Botox, I don't think those are needed. I think they're getting pushed on a lot of people, especially young women, when they really shouldn't be doing a lot of those things because they don't need it. But I have no problem with somebody that wants to strive to be more beautiful or something. Like, that's fine.
Right. But then the alternative is like, what if we just like tried to cut attractiveness out
a way
to, like,
we're humans, we're biased.
What if all of your job interviews, you had to be done over the phone only, and you couldn't see.
Oh, okay. So truly blind.
As an attractive person, I'd be very upset about that. But secondly, like, what is that fair? And what else are we losing out on if we were to do that?
So much. So much that you're losing out on.
I feel like this can be just knowledge that we have of like, yes, attractive people may earn more money. They might have certain advantages. But that doesn't mean that if you're not considered attractive that you have to be all, woe is me.
Right.
I will never accomplish anything. I'm never going to catch up to the pretty person.
Yeah.
There could be other advantages that you have. And you have to find out what those are and maximize those.
100%. Everybody has talents and everybody has different advantages in life, different things that they're good at. And so, yeah, I don't think we should take this one data point and be like, oh my gosh, because I'm not considered traditionally attractive, my life is screwed over. Like, that's not how it is at all. But also, again, I don't think we find this shocking, like we knew this. We knew this.
It's almost, it's just something I feel like many people assume, and these are just stats to back up.
To back it up.
To show that it's true.
It's a good thing to be attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What? I had no idea.
I don't know if Sydney mentioned this on her show this weekend, but we were talking with her in the RadioU group chat because we haven't seen her.
Yeah.
And she broke her foot at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. She was just telling us the story. Basically, there was a whipped cream war, and it did not end well for her.
Yeah. Well, she told the story. It was her and her nephew, I think.
Yep.
Chasing her husband around.
Yep.
With whipped cream. And her husband fell, and his knee hit her foot.
Yep.
In just the right way, of course. This is classic Sydney. This is how she's been in her entire life.
Aww.
And so his knee hit her foot just in the right way to where it actually broke her foot, which is very sad.
It's so sad. I feel like the more and more I hear about how adults break bones, it's in the dumbest ways. Like when we were kids, it's like, I was climbing a tree and I fell off and I broke my collarbone.
Oh, I was going to say, when you're a kid, you could do this exact same thing and you would not get hurt at all.
Yeah, you'd be fine. You only broke your bones if you actually did something really stupid and dangerous. But now as adults, it's like we do something really, really seemingly meaningless, like something we could do every day and be fine. But for whatever reason, this one time we do it, it goes horribly wrong. I'm thinking of, I broke my wrist a few years ago, shattered it, basically split the bone in half, like one bone in half. And I was walking on a sidewalk and just fell out of nowhere. And just fell and landed on one wrist, one arm. And so all my weight just came crashing down on it. Not great. So yeah, I just feel like as adults, we break our bones in the dumbest ways.
Yeah, well, I was thinking as a husband, I was just thinking like, that's what you get for chasing me around with it. Not Sydney's husband, but I just know what he's been through.
Oh yeah?
He probably was thinking
the whipped cream was so bad he had to break
stop
her
chasing
foot?
me around. I'm just trying to live.
Oh, come on.
And then her foot accident.
I'm sure he feels awful.
Yeah. I'm sure he does. But he's also like...
Because also remember, Sydney is carrying a baby right now. Yeah. She is pregnant.
Yeah. Well, another reason that maybe you should have thought twice.
Oh my gosh.
Sydney.
Stop.
I've never broken a bone. You believe that?
You haven't?
I've never broken a bone.
Oh, I mean, you've been lucky through life.
Yeah. I wonder if I can make it all the way to my dying day. I thought I was
going to be able to make it. I had not broken a bone until I broke my wrist a couple years ago. And so that was in adulthood. I thought I was going to be fine. Thought I'd be safe because, again, we're doing normal things. Yeah. We're not getting in dangerous environments anymore. I'm not having cement mixtures fall on me like when I was a kid.
I know what it is. I know why.
Why?
I know why this happens. What do you do a lot when you're a kid and not as much when you're an adult?
I don't know, play outside?
Drink milk.
Oh, our bones are stronger.
Yes.
That's a good point.
I got to ask Sydney, when's the last time she had milk? It's probably been a while.
I've been told that when you're pregnant, you're supposed to drink a lot of calcium.
Yeah. To protect your bones.
Yeah. Well, you're also forming other bones.
Yeah, give the baby strong bones. So that's probably why you broke your wrist. Is you hadn't had milk.
I mean, I think you might be on something.
I mean, but it's still a miracle because I haven't had milk and I can't tell you the last time I had milk.
Do you get calcium from anything else? Like you like cheese, right?
I do eat a lot of cheese, yeah. So maybe that's it. I'm eating just enough cheese to keep the bone breaks away.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.